Ladies and gentlemen, imagine standing in a room full of people, your peers, your colleagues, maybe even strangers, and suddenly someone cuts you down. Their words sting like a whip, leaving you exposed and vulnerable. Public humiliation is one of the deepest pains we endure because it strikes at the core of our social being, our sense of dignity. But let me tell you something crucial. Within that moment of despair lies the seed of transformation. When someone humiliates you, they've handed you a gift cloaked in pain, a harsh, unyielding mirror. You're forced to confront yourself, your weaknesses, and perhaps even your hidden strengths. It's easy to retaliate, to descend into anger or self-pity, but is that the strongest path? No. The real challenge, the noble challenge, is to stand upright, to remain composed, and to turn that moment into an opportunity for growth. Understand this, humiliation, when faced with courage and reflection, can forge character. It can teach you resilience, sharpen your sense of self, and remind you of your intrinsic value, a value that no insult can diminish. Today, I want to talk about how to transform those moments of pain into stepping stones toward a stronger, more authentic you. When someone humiliates you, the first and most critical step is to remain composed and grounded. This is easier said than done because humiliation strikes at the heart of our emotional and social identity. It's natural to feel a surge of anger, shame, or defensiveness in such a moment, but reacting impulsively only serves to magnify the situation and gives your detractor more power over you. Instead, take a deep breath and allow yourself a moment to process the emotions rising within you. Staying composed is not about suppressing your feelings, but rather about controlling how they manifest outwardly. When you remain calm, you send a powerful message, not only to the person trying to demean you, but also to everyone observing. That message is one of self-assurance, a quiet declaration that you are not defined by the words or actions of others. Grounding yourself can involve anchoring your attention to something stable, your breath, your posture, or even the tone of your voice. Speak slowly and deliberately if you must respond. Remember, losing your temper or breaking under pressure is what the moment demands from you, and by refusing to comply, you regain control of the narrative. To stay composed is to stand firm in your dignity, demonstrating to yourself and others that your value is beyond anyone's reach. When faced with humiliation, the instinctive response is often to react immediately, whether through anger, denial, or an attempt to defend oneself. However, such reactions are rarely constructive and often escalate the situation further. Instead, the more powerful approach is to take a step back and reflect rather than react. Reflection allows you to assess the situation with clarity and wisdom, turning what initially feels like an attack into an opportunity for understanding and growth. Instead, reflection begins with asking yourself honest questions. Why did this person feel the need to humiliate me? Is there any truth, even a grain of it, in their words that I should consider? By doing this, you shift the focus away from the sting of the moment and toward a process of self-discovery. It's not about validating their behavior. It's about reclaiming control over your emotional response. Reacting impulsively only ties your self-worth to their words, while reflection distances you from their intent and places you in a position of strength. It also allows you to observe the dynamics at play, including the motivations of the other person. Many times, humiliation stems from their own insecurities or unresolved issues, not from an accurate assessment of your worth. Recognizing this can free you from taking their words personally. When confronted with humiliation, maintaining your integrity becomes a vital act of self-respect and resilience. Humiliation often comes with an unspoken challenge to drag you down to the level of pettiness or cruelty of the person delivering it. By choosing to uphold your principles and values, you assert control over the situation and protect your inner dignity. Integrity begins with resisting the urge to retaliate. It's natural to feel the pull of anger or the desire to defend yourself aggressively, but such reactions can compromise your character. Instead, respond, or choose not to respond, with thoughtfulness and composure. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful response, demonstrating that their words lack the power to shake your foundation. Holding on to your integrity also involves staying true to your moral compass. Ask yourself, how would the best version of me handle this situation? Focus on aligning your actions with the person you strive to be, regardless of external provocations. This might mean addressing the humiliation calmly and directly, or it could mean walking away with grace, signaling that you won't engage in negativity. By maintaining your integrity, you remind yourself and others that your self-worth is not contingent on external approval or insults. It allows you to rise above the situation, showing strength without hostility. Humiliation, though painful, holds within it the potential for transformation. The experience of being humiliated often leaves you feeling small, exposed, or defeated, but it also creates a unique opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. The key lies in how you choose to interpret and respond to the situation. Instead of dwelling on the embarrassment, see it as a test of your inner strength. Painful moments often act as mirrors, reflecting not just your vulnerabilities, but also your capacity to overcome adversity. Use the discomfort as fuel to push yourself toward greater self-awareness. What about the experience hurt you the most? What can you learn about yourself from this? These questions, though difficult, help you uncover areas where you can grow and develop. Transforming pain into strength also involves reframing the humiliation as a challenge rather than a verdict on your worth. Recognize that being humiliated does not define you. How you rise afterward does. Take the lessons you've learned, whether it's a reminder to refine your skills, a call to stand firmer in your convictions, or a moment to strengthen your emotional resilience, and channel them into positive action. Then the victory is measured by how you reflect. Every step you take forward diminishes the sting of the experience and builds your confidence, proving to yourself that you are stronger than any moment of shame. So,